Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to apply shape optimization study in Fusion 360. So open the supplied file shape optimized gear. Now let's go to the simulation workspace and select shape optimization. Now in this shape optimization, it doesn't look at the magnitude of the loads we apply, only the load path. It is not looking to see if our design will meet a specific factor of safety criteria or fail under any of the conditions we apply. It tells us where the loads are traveling to help us identify areas of tweak and remove the material. Let us create the study. Now let's head over to the Simplify workspace. Now in this Simplify workspace, let us first ground our component. It is a very good practice, especially when you are working with assemblies, as in the Simplify workspace, there is no capture position option. So let us ground our spur gear. Now let us create a sketch on this upper face of the spur gear. Create a circle from the center to the top of the teeth. Now I want to fill all these teeth, as we are not looking to analyze how the stress or the load is transitioned through the actual teeth of the gear. We really want to look at where we want to remove the most of the material. So let us finish the sketch. Now let us extrude our sketch. So instead of selecting the teeth one by one, we will select the whole, and by pressing the control key, we will deselect the hole in the center. Now we will extrude it to the next surface and make it join instead of cut, and click on OK. So we will go to modify and split body. Select the body, and this splitting is to be done about this plane. And now we will again split it across another plane, selecting this body and selecting this plane, and click on OK. So now head over to the spur gear, and in the body section, click on the body 2 and click on remove all except selected, and click on finish simplify. Now we have a quarter spur gear. So now let's go to the study materials. In this, the previously assigned material is steel, but we want to change the material to a plastic UHMW black, and click on OK. Now we want to apply constraints. So we will be applying a fixed constraint to the outer surface of this spur gear, and click on OK. Now for the loads, we will be applying a moment load on the inside surface of the spur gear. So we will be selecting the surface. We will be changing the units to pound force inch, and the value of the moment will be 36. Now as we do not have multiple components, we do not have to apply contacts. Now we can see in our pre-check that the study cannot be still solved. Go to shape optimization and select preserve region. When performing shape optimization, the study needs to know exactly what geometry it can change and what it has to keep the same. Thus, it uses preserve geometry. So we will be selecting this upper edge. So this automatically configures what type of geometry we want to preserve. In this section, we can select the type of geometry, that is box, cylinder, or sphere. Define the length of this preserve section and the radius. So let's make the x-axis to be 15 millimeter and radius, let's change it to 12 millimeter, and click on OK. So this will be our preserve geometry. So in this shape optimization criteria, we can see two parameters, that is target mass and stiffness. The stiffness cannot be changed, but the target mass can be changed. So let us change it from 30% to 40% and click on OK. So our preserve region is created. Now we still see that our pre-check is not ready and it says that this shape optimization target is missing. So let us select the shape optimization target and we select our target body and click on OK. Now we can see that the pre-check has verified that we can solve a study. Now before solving the study, go to the settings and in mesh settings, decrease the slider to about 2 to 3% of the average element size. Ignore this error. Now our study is fully ready to be solved. So let us solve this study. We can see that this study cannot be solved on locally. So we will solve this study on cloud. It will use 5 cloud credits. We do not need to generate the mesh as it will automatically be generated when we click on solve. Now we can see that our study has been solved. Now in this we can see that the load path that has been created in this Spur-Gear. Now we can adjust this slider to see where we can fulfill our target. It is set to our target in this area and we can slide the upper slider to see the optimal location. Now here we can see that a pocket type region is being created. So we are talking about making the gear through conventional processes like CNC machining or injection molding. So this pocket type region will not be possible to create. Now let us set this to the upper value. Now let us go to the result tools and select promote. Now in this select the design workspace as we want to add a mesh object to the design workspace and click on OK. So now we can see that our mesh component has been promoted to the design workspace. In the body section we can see that our mesh body has been created. Now let's activate the Spur-Gear component. Now in this we want to create a mid plane between the upper surface and the lower surface of the Spur-Gear and click on OK. Now let's again change the opacity control to 100%. Now after creating the mid plane, let's go to the create and select create mesh section sketch. Now select the mesh body and select the mid plane that has been created and click on OK. Now we can see that a mesh outline body has been created on this plane. We can turn off the mesh and change the opacity to about 30%. Now we can clearly see the sketch that has been created. So let's go to the sketches and edit the sketch. So first we want to create a circle up to the boundary of the teeth. Let us create the inner circle to be 35 millimeter and the outer one to be of 65 millimeter. Now create these vertical lines and a line at 45-degree angle. So dimension this. Now we want to also remove this section that has been created here. So let us again sketch a line. Make sure that no additional line is created and again dimension this as at 45-degree angle. Now we want to define the distance between this center and this point. So let us dimension this as 30 millimeters. Now we want to mirror these lines that we have created. Now again select the line tool, select this point, select any random point and create a vertical line from this to this circle. Now using the dimension tool, let us now we want to apply parallel constraint to these lines. Now using the dimension tool, let us add a distance of 5 millimeter between them. Again, between these two, we want to apply a 5 millimeter. Now we can see that we are approaching this region which we want to remove. Now we want to mirror these lines that we have created. So let us select these lines that we want to mirror and select the mirror plane as this line and finish the sketch. So now we have created the regions that we want to cut from our design workpiece. Now go to the extrude. Now to select the profile, press the left mouse button and select the profile. Again, select this profile, and this. Now we want to cut this profile up to this surface and select symmetric of two sides and cut. So now we can see that we have removed the features from our spur gear. Now let us create a pattern of these features. So we will go to the features and from the timeline we will select the extrude features and select the axis as the Z axis. Now let's change the quantity to 4 and click on OK. Now we can see that this is the final gear that we have obtained from topology optimization, or we can say shape optimization. So let us perform a static study on this gear. So now in the simulation workspace, create a new simulation study and create a static stress study. So in the simplify workspace, click on create and select new simulation model. Now we can see that the gear that we have created. Now let us click on finish simplify, and it is again asking us to create a static study. So let us create a study. Now first we want to select the material. Now we can see that it is showing us the previous material steel, but we want to change it to the plastic UHMW black and click on OK. Now apply the constraint. Now let us create a sketch on this plane. Now we want to remove the spur teeth as we are not looking at the stress developed on those specific teeth. So let us again create the sketch, finish sketch. Now we want to extrude. So hold the left mouse button and select all the teeth that we want to extrude, as we are not looking into the stress developed at each of these teeth. So we want to simplify our workpiece by removing these teeth that are formed. So we can simply do this by using the extrude feature. And select join and click on OK. Select the join. Now select join and set the distance to the lower surface. Now click on OK. and finish simplify. Now we want to change the material to our previous plastic UHMW black. Now let us apply constraints to the outer boundary. Let us make it as fixed and click on OK. Now for the loads, we will be using a moment force of 36 pound force inch in the inner hole. Now as we are dealing with a single component, we don't need to apply automatic contacts, and we see that our pre-check has been ready and we can solve our study. Now we can see that our static study has been solved. So by looking into the results, we can see that the minimum safety factor is 3.5. Thus, even after removing the lots of material, we can still have an appreciable amount of safety factor. Let us look into the stress that has been developed in our spur gear. So we can see that in these boundaries, there is no stress accumulation. There is only in the center. So click on finish results and save the file. Hope you liked the video.